I don't know. Like I'm saying hi, but I'm looking outside. But anyways, this weather is my favorite because it's giving stay indoors, make yourself a cup of coffee, and watch something. I don't know what, but watch like a godly movie or something. We are back with another Bible study session, and we are reading from Second Samuel chapter 22, David's song of praise. David was just giving praise to God here for all that he has done for him. And you know what? I came to realize that everything that is written here is something that we that we have witnessed rather, and we can testify to it. I know that I can testify to these things because I'm just like, my God is so good. And you know what? He is my rock, he is my fortress and my deliverer. Verse 1 reads as follows. David sang to the Lord the words of this song when the Lord delivered him from the hands of all his enemies and from the hands of Saul. I loved it because where it says David sang this song when the Lord delivered him from the hands of his enemies and of Saul. And I thought to myself that David did not only give thanks to God for just what he did for him currently. In chapter 21, David defeated the Philistines 3 times, and one would think maybe he's giving thanks to God because God was with him to defeat his enemies, but David gives thanks to God for like what he did from the past, what God has been doing, from saving him and delivering Saul to his hands. He's been like, he acknowledges that God has been with him since day one, and he's like, you know what, God, you are my fortress, you are my deliverer. I thought that, especially with us, most of the times we focus on what is happening currently. We live in the current so much that we don't even give thanks to God for saving us back then. I know for sure that if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be where I am today. And you know what? He has saved me. That I know and I have witnessed. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes when in times of distress, it's hard for us to remember that we are able to like overcome whatever that comes, because you never gave thanks to God for like the things that he did for you in the past. But as soon as you acknowledge and give thanks to him for saving you back then, it will be easy for you to overcome the current situation, because you will think to yourself that he did it before. What makes me think that he won't do it again now? Like, why would he not do it again now if he did it before? And I feel like it's another thing that will help us to, like, even in times of distress, to know and believe that we have God regardless of what. And it just came to my mind that he's giving thanks to God for all that he has done for him back then when Saul tried to attack him, when his own son Absalom tried to kill him, and even now when he destroyed the Philistines. Like, he's giving thanks to God for all of that. But when you read throughout this whole chapter as it is, you realize that it's something that you have experienced when it comes to your relationship with God. And I love that also, because it makes us remember that God was the same for David, he is the same for me today, and he will be the same tomorrow for somebody else. And you see it in the Bible that the things that he is doing in your life currently is the things that he did also for David. And when was this? Like, it was a very long time ago, and yet he is still doing it for you today, and he will still do it even for your future generations that are coming. The same thing, like, he'll still do the same thing for future generations that are coming. It's one thing that I also acknowledged. I also liked verse 17 where it says, he reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, from my foes who were too strong for me. And you know what? It just made me realize that, again, if it wasn't for God, I don't know where I'd be, because there are times and situations that you find yourself deep in water and you think you're gonna drown. You just surrender it all, but still God was like, this is not the time for you to be defeated. I will save you from this. And that's how you know that you have truly encountered God, when you were saved, even in situations that you just didn't know how you could get yourself out of. But God's mercy, like God's mercy just goes all out. But in the midst of like this verse reminding us, or just telling us of God's goodness, like reminding us that God has been so kind to us, I liked verse 26. I think it's from, just verse 26. It says, to the faithful you show yourself faithful, to the blameless you show yourself blameless. It continues to verse 27 and says, to the pure you show yourself pure, but to the devious you show yourself shred. And I like that even when David gives thanks to God, it still reminds us also that obedience is truly the key, because he remains faithful to those that are faithful to him, and it still tells us that if anything, obedience is like an umbrella to God's mercy, to God's power, faithfulness, kindness, love, like towards you. You still need to be obedient in order for you to get those things. You will get the rewards that I don't want to say the ones that you deserve, because now it feels entitled, but you will still get the rewards of life as long as you are obedient and faithful to God, because he rewards those that are obedient and live righteous to him, and I like that as much as you give thanks and you say, oh my God, you protect me even in the midst of this, it reminds us, in order for him to also do that and continue to do that in your life, you need to be obedient. You need to live in obedience. That's truly just about it, really, that I wanted to share and speak about. Just go read it for yourself and just see how good and kind God is. I just love that, God is so powerful, he's so faithful. Like, he will just do anything and everything for his children, and as long as you live in obedience and just carry out all the things that he wants you to do, man, life is very peaceful. I don't want to lie. Once you have truly encountered God, you'll see how peaceful and merciful life can be on you. Like, serving God is truly the best decision that you could make for yourself, because I don't know how you live life and navigate through life without Christ. I don't know how, but I know for me, before I got saved, I was not at peace like I am right now. Before I got saved, like, I made a lot of bad decisions that later affected me. I made a lot of bad decisions that I would later regret. So ever since I encountered God, honestly, I have so much peace in my life, truly. And I'm not even ashamed to say, because why would I be ashamed of the peace that he has brought over my life? It doesn't make sense, but I just pray over everyone that is lost, every soul that does not know yet how to navigate their life around God. But it's videos like this that help other people to like believe and have faith and still want to pursue a relationship with God. But I want to say in closing that prayer helps a lot. If anything, like, if you pray and ask God and tell him that you want a relationship with him but you just don't know how to navigate it, he'll send you the right people. He'll send you to the right community of people that will help you and just guide you in how to do things. But also spending time in the word alone, it kind of helps. Not even kind of, like, it definitely helps you to like grow in faith. So yeah, I just hope it reaches the right people and it motivates you to like seek a relationship with God, because without God, I don't know, but yeah. Bye.